These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. Here they are, the Eggheads, taking on our awesome quiz champions today, our School of Steel. Now, the majority of this team work together at the same secondary school in Sheffield. In the near future, they're planning to organise an event similar to Eggheads, where pupils take on teachers in general knowledge rounds, hoping to breed a new generation of quizzers. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm John, and I'm a cover supervisor.
Hi, I'm Paul, and I'm a geography teacher.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, and I'm a cover supervisor.
Hi, I'm Ailsa, and I'm a personal assistant.
Hi, I'm Ian, and I'm an NHS administrator.
So, John, team, welcome. Great to see you.
Hi.
Hi.
You looking forward to this?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
And fascinating, this idea of trying to breed a new generation of quizzers.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, John.
Well, basically, we'd like to do the same setup as you have here at Eggheads. And the students will actually take on us as a team, but we will be the Eggheads.
Okay.
And the students will choose who they take on in what categories, depending on the categories that come up. And it's to earn points for their houses, as sports day and literature competitions all add points to their houses. The winning house will get the most points, etc.
So you've got different duties at the school. So I'm guessing you've got different topics covered today, have you?
Yeah. Generally speaking, we're all sort of different topics. I, cover supervisor, and so is Jonathan. We tend to cover every subject, but we do have our stronger ones, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to say, because they'll be onto it like a shot. They're always they're sniffing around the whole time trying to work out what their strategy should be. So keep it close to your chest if I was you. Will the pupils be watching?
I would imagine so. I'm sure we'll...
Cheering you on?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be watching.
Good luck to you. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. Now, School of Steel. The Eggheads have won the last 15 games. So they are playing really, really well. Pat, you're doing the shoulder roll. Watch the Gibson. Okay. That's the swagger. That's what we're seeing them play with at the moment. And in many ways it's good, because it means there's a lot of money on the table, £16,000. However, as I say, they are playing well. And look at Pat's shoulders. That gives you the clue. There's a real sense of purpose about the Eggheads. So shall we go for it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go for it.
Good luck, team. The first head-to-head battle will be on the subject of sport. So who would like this? Where's the sport teacher?
Who should we go for?
Ian,
Do you want to go?
you want to go?
sport, isn't it?
Do you want to go for sport?
I can go sport.
Ian?
Yeah.
Ian?
Yeah.
Yep.
And which Egghead, Ian, would you like to take on? Can I have any one of the 5? Got the 2 newest ones nearest me.
Beth?
It's up to you.
I'll take Beth, please, Jeremy.
OK, good stuff. So it's going to be Ian from School of Steel. Beth into action early on.
Yep.
That's good. To ensure there's no conferring, would you please take your positions in our question room? So, Ian, you like your sport, do you?
Absolutely love it, yes.
Oh, right. So what in particular?
Big football fan.
Right.
Massive fan of Doncaster Rovers, if I can plug there. Rugby league, cricket.
And I know
Most, really.
you're Ailsa's partner. Do you support the same team?
Unfortunately not.
Oh, dear. Should I not have mentioned that?
She supports a little team from up north called Sunderland. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I sense I'm on thin ice, so maybe we'll crack on. OK, sport, Ian. Would you like to go first or second against Beth?
I'll go first, please.
And here is your first question. The first ever 2020 Cricket International took place in which year? 1995, 2005 or 2015?
Well, it's been going quite a bit, so I think I can rule out 2015. I will go for 2005. 2005
is correct. Well done. It's easy to come unstuck on that first question, isn't it?
It is.
OK, Beth, over to you. And I know you like your sport. Roy Hodgson left his post as the manager of which football club when he was appointed England manager in 2012? Liverpool, Fulham or West Bromwich Albion?
Oh. Roy Hodgson left which football club when he became manager of England? I've got a feeling it was West Bromwich Albion.
Okay, West Bromwich Albion is the right answer.
Oh, phew.
And back to you, Ian. Which of these countries has hosted the Summer Olympic Games on the most occasions? Australia, Canada, or Netherlands?
I think Netherlands have had it once. I think it was in Amsterdam. Canada, I think Montreal in 76. I don't think they've had it more than that. Australia have had it Sydney and Canberra, so I'll go for Australia.
Australia is the right answer. Back to you, Beth, your second question. In April 2016, which boxer defeated Charles Martin to become the IBF World Heavyweight Champion? Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, or David Haye?
Well, this chap is local to me. He's a Watford boy, which is where I live. Olympic gold medalist in 2012, Anthony Joshua.
You're right, you're brilliant. Anthony Joshua is correct. Beth, well done. 2-2. Tight rounds. Ian. Between 1927 and 1946, Joe Davis won the World Championships in which sport on 15 occasions? Ian, is it table tennis, darts, or snooker?
I think it's the sport from close to where I live, and it's snooker.
Snooker is the right answer. Well done. Question to you, Beth, your third question to stay in. Who has captained the Scotland Rugby Union team on more occasions than any other player? Gavin Hastings, Greg Laidlaw, or Andy Irvine?
Oh, I assume these were all captains, and I think Greg Laidlaw is the current Scotland captain. Gavin Hastings was from when I first started watching rugby union. My dad's a big fan. Andy Irvine. I don't think Greg Laidlaw's been captain long enough to have done as many as Gavin Hastings. Gavin Hastings.
Gavin Hastings is your answer. Let's see if it's right. Who knows this on the Eggheads side? Not an easy question.
I'm inclined to go Greg Laidlaw simply because the captain in the 2010s, because I think he has been around a reasonable time. I think with both Andy Irvine and Gavin Hastings, but there have been other people who've captained Scotland, such as Finlay Calder and David Soul in those days. I'd be inclined to go Greg Laidlaw.
So, third question. You've gone for Gavin Hastings. The correct answer is Greg Laidlaw.
Oh.
Beth, sorry, knocked out on that. The one you'd heard of there.
I'd heard of him and Gavin Hastings. It's just, didn't think he'd been in the captaincy long enough.
Ian, well done. You're through to the final round. An advantage to our challengers on a big day, playing for £16,000. Please rejoin your teams. Well done, Ian.
Thank you.
Good win for the challengers. By the way, the Australian Olympics, you said Canberra and Sydney.
Melbourne.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Melbourne.
56.
Yeah, 56. Bang on. 56 and then 2000 in Sydney. As it stands, School of Steel have not lost any brains. From the final round, the Eggheads have lost Beth, and we play on, and the next subject for you is film and TV. So whose street is this up?
Who feels confident?
Do you want to do it?
Do you want to do it? Are you confident?
Go on then, Ailsa. Who's
Ailsa?
going?
I'll try it. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, good stuff, Ailsa. Choose any Egghead here. I can't really advise you. They're all good.
Steve or Dave? Steve or Dave, I'd imagine. You choose. You choose, Ailsa.
I'll take on Steve, please, Jeremy.
All right, so you're going for the new ones here. Ailsa from School of Steel will play Steve. To ensure there's no conferring, would you please take your positions? So, Ailsa, good luck here. Film and TV, would you like to go first or second?
Can I go first, please, Jeremy?
Here we go with your first question. Which long-running TV soap opera was created by Kevin Laffan? Emmerdale, EastEnders, or Coronation Street?
I don't think it's EastEnders. I don't think it's Coronation Street. That leaves Emmerdale. I'll go for Emmerdale.
It's a very good use of elimination because you're absolutely right. Steve, over to you. Who played the role of Randall P. McMurphy in the 1975 film One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Kirk Douglas, Warren Beatty, or Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, great film. We got the Oscar for it. It's Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson is correct. You're right. Back to you, Ailsa. In which TV drama series does Emilia Clarke play the role of Daenerys Targaryen? Homeland, Game of Thrones, or The Bridge?
Can you spell her name, please, Jeremy?
Yeah, it's a bit odd.
Yeah.
Daenerys and then Targaryen.
The name is a very unusual one. I can't imagine it being in Homeland or the bridge. The bridge sounds more Scandinavian. In fact, it is more Scandinavian. I'd go for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, again, good play. Game of Thrones it is. Okay, Steve. The 1950 film Sunset Boulevard is set in which city? Chicago, New York, or Los Angeles?
Well, I've seen the film some time ago and I'm struggling to remember, to be fair. But simply because, and it could be completely skewed logic, it's all to do with the film industry, I would go Los Angeles.
You're right, Los Angeles. So you're level. Third question to you, Ailsa. Which of these films won the most Oscars? Star Wars A New Hope, The Shawshank Redemption, or Pulp Fiction?
I have only seen one of those films. Absolutely brilliant it is. It's between two. I would say either Star Wars A New Hope or The Shawshank Redemption. Admittedly, Tarantino directed Pulp Fiction. I would go for Star Wars.
You're a really good quizzer. Star Wars A New Hope is the right answer.
Yes. Excellent, thank you.
And now you're on the edge of the precipice, Steve. Your fingernails digging into the earth. Who provides the voice for Baloo in the 2016 film version of The Jungle Book? Steve, is it Bill Murray, Mike Myers, or Jim Carrey?
Bill Murray.
You know that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
You didn't even have to think.
No.
Just said the name.
Yeah.
Bill Murray's right. 3 questions each, the score's a level. So he's a bit hard to shake off, Ailsa, here.
Isn't he just?
Isn't he just? He's very good. And we go to sudden death. I don't give you alternative options. Here's your question. Which BBC TV drama series about a police department set up to solve old crimes and consisting of 3 retired detectives under a female superintendent was first seen as a pilot in 2003?
That would be an excellent TV show. It's New Tricks.
New Tricks is right.
Yes.
Steve, your question to stay in. Sudden death we're on. Who composed the TV theme tunes for Crossroads, Sports Night and Emmerdale, among others?
Right. The only one I've got anything to go on is Crossroads, bizarrely enough. And I think it was Tony Hatch.
Ailsa, you think he's right?
I think he might well be.
Tony Hatch is correct. We're on sudden death. £16,000 to win today, and we're back to you, Ailsa. And just sensing this is a really big moment in the contest here. If you can dislodge an Eggheads, who knows? Which children's TV program is set under the ocean and features the characters Kwazii, Captain Barnacles, and Pezo?
Oh, this is a tough one. I don't have children. Under the Sea. I really don't know. I'm sorry.
Do you know this, Steve?
Is it the Octonauts?
Octonauts is the answer.
I've never heard of it.
Okay, Steve has a chance to take the round here with this question. Which British actor was cast as Sherlock Holmes in the New York-based drama Elementary?
What's his name? Johnny Lee Miller.
Is he right, Eggheads?
Spot on. Yes.
Spot on. Johnny Lee Miller it is. You've won on sudden death. Sorry, Ailsa.
It's okay, no
You let him in there, and so Steve has evened it up. Do return to us and rejoin your teams. We'll see what happens next. Okay, so the Eggheads have pulled one back here. School of Steel have lost a brain from the final round. The Eggheads have lost one as well. Completely level. Very exciting. The next subject is politics. Who would like this?
Paul, do you want to go politics?
Shall I go for it? I think you should go for it.
Yeah.
Until we...
Okay, Paul.
Yes, I'll go for it.
Geography teacher. Paul against whom?
Do you think I should take Dave? Well, Dave? Looks like I'm going for Dave, thank you.
Okay, that sounds a bit reluctant. Paul from School of Steel versus the Steel Man from the Eggheads. Tremendous knowledge, Dave. To ensure there's no conferring, please go to our question room. So here we are, Paul against Dave. Paul, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, thanks.
Paul, good luck to you. Which country with over 850 million potential voters is the world's largest democracy? Russia, USA or India?
Well, Russia's population has actually decreased over the past, since 1991. The USA has got 350 million people. India has got 1.2 billion, of which 850 million, I guess, are voting age, so it's India.
It's almost a geography question, isn't it?
It is.
India's the right answer. Dave, your question. From 1988 to 1999, who was the leader of the Liberal Democrats? Was it Roy Jenkins, Paddy Ashdown, or Charles Kennedy?
I think it's too early for Charles Kennedy, too late for Roy Jenkins. I think it was Paddy Ashdown.
Paddy Ashdown. Now Lord Ashdown is right. Well done. Okay, back to you on politics, Paul. Which political figure has been married to women named Jane Chapman, Claudia Branchita, and Laura Alvarez? Nick Clegg, Jeremy Corbyn, or Boris Johnson?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not Jeremy Corbyn. I'll go for Boris Johnson.
It's not Boris Johnson. It is actually Jeremy Corbyn.
Oh.
So
Wow.
there we are. Dave, your question to take the lead. In which year was Hillary Clinton born? 1947, 1957, or 1967?
Right. I believe she's 69, so let me work that out. Let me do my maths. Yeah. I think her husband was born in 1946. I think she was born in 1947.
1947 is right, Dave. Well done. Okay, Paul, back to you. You need to get this right to stay in. Which 20th century British Prime Minister was known by the nickname Pretty Fanny? Winston Churchill, Stanley Baldwin, or Arthur Balfour?
Well, I'm afraid to say I don't really have a clue on this one. Pretty Fanny doesn't seem to go with Winston Churchill's gruff exterior. I'll go for Stanley Baldwin.
Stanley Baldwin. Any eggheads know this?
Well, it's such a bizarre name, you might be well advised to go as far back in time as you could.
I was wondering whether you just say who is the oldest Prime Minister there?
Balfour.
Balfour. It's obviously not a name that would be used these days, and I guess you could rule out Winston Churchill because we must know surely all of his nicknames quite well. So if you're left with Baldwin and Balfour, the only bit of logic the eggs are applying here, Paul, is that it's a nickname from a different time, so you go a long way back, and you do go to Arthur Balfour. That is the right answer. So sorry, Dave has taken the round. Well done, Dave. The eggheads starting to assert themselves, but they are playing well generally at the moment. Come back to us, rejoin your teams, and we'll play the last round before the final. So as it stands, School of Steel have lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have lost 1. You can hear them revving the engines now. You've got to stop it. Pull out the cylinder? What would it be, Steve?
I just put my foot on brake.
Put your foot on the brakes. There we are. The next subject, oh, here we go. The next subject is geography.
Oh.
Does that always happen? We used our geography player in the last round.
That's good.
So who wants this?
Gotta be you.
You gotta take it.
Yeah, that'll be me, please, Jeremy.
Okay, John on geography against which egghead? You can either have Pat or Lisa.
I'll go up against Lisa, please.
If you go like that, you will be chosen. That will happen, Lisa.
I literally have nightmares at start like this.
We'll see. She may just be saying that as a cover. John from School of Steel, Lisa from the Eggheads, please go to the question room now. Well, John, Lisa has showed her hand very slightly on geography. It's not her favourite subject. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
Here we go. What type of environment are the Florida Everglades? Swamp, tundra, or upland?
Well, thinking of Florida, you think of the swampland, so it might be the obvious one, but I'll go for it anyway. Swamp, please.
Swamp is quite right, yeah. Lisa, what is the capital city of Belarus? Is it Zagreb, Belgrade, or Minsk?
Let's show off all the geography I know. Zagreb's Croatia, Belgrade is Serbia, but Belarus is Minsk.
Those are your 3 geography facts.
That was it.
You've run out now.
Afraid so.
Minsk is right. Back to you, John, team captain. Which of these rivers is the longest? Ganges, Rhine, or Severn?
Oh, That's a good one. Ooh, it could be any of them. I was hoping the obvious one would come up, but it's not. I'll go for the Rhine, please, Jeremy.
Let's see if your teammates knows this right. Ah, Paul, the geography teacher.
Well, the Ganges drains from upwards of northern India. It's an extremely long river.
The Ganges is, and this is the technical term, an extremely long river. Ganges is the right answer, actually, John.
All right.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So, Lisa, the town of Winchelsea is located near the coast of which English county? Cornwall, East Sussex, or Lancashire?
Winchelsea.
Yes.
See, I had an idea it was sort of south-southeast. First thought was Hampshire. It's probably good that hasn't come up. I don't think it's Cornwall. I think it's East Sussex.
East Sussex is right.
Woohoo!
So she has taken the lead there, John.
Okay.
And this thing of Lisa not knowing geography, sometimes she can surprise. At many levels, but also on that one. John, you need to get this right. What is the name of the rocky outpost in the Shetland Isles that is the northernmost point in the UK? Is this Outstack, St Agnes, or Rockall?
Well, to give my excuses, I'm from Galashiels originally, one of the most southern towns in Scotland. So this would have to be, again, just sort of a guess, I'm afraid, Jeremy. But I'll go for Rockall, please.
Rockall, your team? What do your team think? They like this? Yeah, they all like it. It is wrong. The answer, well, let's just see. Eggheads, do you know this? Beth used to live up there, so...
I used to live in Orkney.
In Orkney?
Yeah.
So help us out. Do you know?
We all think it's Outstack.
Outstack is the answer, John.
Right.
And therefore, Lisa, you have won on geography. No, you're not dreaming.
That's good. I don't have to look down and check I'm not in my pants.
So you will be in the final round. In fact, Lisa and John, if you come back to us now, we will play that final. So this is what we have been playing towards. It is time for our final round. As always, general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads can't take part in this round. So John, Paul and Ailsa from School of Steel and Beth from the Eggheads, would you please now leave the studio? Jonathan and Ian, you are now playing to win School of Steel £16,000. Lisa, Dave, Pat, Steve, you're playing for something that money cannot buy, the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. They're all general knowledge. Gentlemen, you can confer. So, School of Steel, the question is, can your 2 brains now defeat these 4 and win £16,000? You may be just 3 questions away. Wish you all the best, Jonathan and Ian. Keep it focused. And would you like to go first or second?
We'd like to go first, please.
All right, so your first question is this. Who played the role of Frank Spencer in the TV comedy series Some Mothers Do Have 'Em? Is it Michael Crawford, Robert Lindsay, or Ronnie Barker?
Michael Crawford. Well, Ian seems pretty sure it's Michael Crawford, so we'll go for Michael Crawford, please.
Yeah, I think Ian and I are roughly the same generation, so we watched a lot of this, didn't we? Michael Crawford is correct. First question to you, Eggheads. In which year was the astronaut Tim Peake born? 1952, 1962, or 1972?
I'd go 72.
I had no idea he was early to mid-40s, so yeah, that would sort of put us in the right sort of...
Let's have a think.
He went up in 2016.
Yeah.
So how old was he?
I think he was early mid-40s at that point.
I don't.
His kids are very young.
All other things being equal, they don't tend to put older astronauts into space, do they? I mean, John Glenn was an exception.
Yeah.
There's no, but the thing is there that obviously he'd served his time.
Training about, 6-7 years, weren't he, before he went to...
I think 30s and 40s are the key years.
Yeah, and he doesn't look, you know...
You'd have to push him out to mid-50s, wouldn't you?
And he didn't look like that.
I'm swung by the fact I think his kid's both under 10.
Right, so that's a good bit of information, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we can start talking ourselves out of a right bit of logic here.
We think he was 44 when he went up.
Yeah,
And that's
I think
1972.
72 looks...
Yeah.
He looks
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Have a go.
yeah, definitely.
We're not certain of this, but we suspect it should be 1972.
1972 is the right answer, kids. Well done. It's easy to come unstuck on the simple ones like that. All right, School of Steel. Which darts player won his second PDC World title in 2016? Gary Anderson, John Part, or Keith Deller?
It's not Della, because he was 1980s. It's either Anderson or Part. I don't know. If it's down to me, I would say John Part.
John Part? We'd like to go for John Part, please.
I think Dave will know this.
It's Gary Anderson.
Gary Anderson is the answer. So the Eggheads can take advantage of that with this question. In the US education system, what name is usually given to the guarantee of permanent employment that valued lecturers can be granted by a university or college? Is it tenancy, incumbency, or tenure?
Tenure.
Tenure, I think.
Tenure. I've heard tenure.
Yeah.
I've heard tenure.
Incumbency is a more general term.
Yeah, that's more
And tenancy is just to do with
you think
the
of
property.
president, don't you?
Oh, I think
Yeah.
it's tenure.
We think that's tenure.
Tenure is correct. 2-1. You must get this one right. Your third question. Get it right, keep the contest going. Get it wrong, it's over. In which year was the Automobile Association founded in the UK? 1905, 1935, or 1955?
Yeah. I think it was the first one of the recovery services. So on that basis, it would be 1905, I think.
Okay, 1905, please, Jeremy.
1905 is the right answer. Well played, Ian. Well played. Okay, so 2 out of 3. We've got to hope now they get this one wrong, okay? And then we go to sudden death. Eggheads, what was the profession of the former Tory MP Norman Tebbit before he entered politics? Lawyer, airline pilot, or banker?
Airline pilot.
Yeah, airline
Definitely airline pilot, because he was
And trade
ironic.
unionist as well.
Yeah, he was, yeah. That was ironic, wasn't it?
Any room for mistakes? No.
No, he's airline
Definitely.
pilot. But
We think that Norman Tebbit was an airline pilot.
I do remember he wrote an autobiography called Upwardly Mobile, which is probably a clue. The answer is airline pilot. We say congratulations, Eggheads, you have won.
well played. Well played, lads.
And it was the darts, and actually, Ian, you were the sports guy.
That's my weakest sport.
Is it really?
Yes,
Yeah.
I had to pick that one.
It's one where you're either completely focused on it or no, very little, I find, because I'm in the latter category. Yeah, you had a good pop at them, though. You really did, and they are on very good form at the moment. Many have passed this way at the moment, and it's hard to beat them, very hard. Commiserations to School of Steel. The Eggheads have done what comes naturally. We can really say that now. This winning streak continues. It's truly impressive. It means that you are not going home with the £16,000. We'll take the money, we'll roll it over to our next show, and it'll be even more dramatic, Eggheads. Who is going to take you down? I don't know if it's going to happen. Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers can take them on and defeat them. £17,000 right here for them to win. Till we play again, goodbye.